Chapter 867, Tanjobi Omedetou! Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Podcast. I'm the best guy ever, and this is Hippocrit.
I am the Hippocrit.
We're talking about Chapter 867 of One Piece today. Omedetou gozaimasu! That's happy birthday, right? No, Tanjobi Omedetou is happy birthday.
Oh, shush
Yeah,
you.
I'm a smart boy. So, I bet the Japanese name of this chapter was Tanjobi Omedetou, but in English, it's happy birthday. And we got another one of these hot. The cover continues on, and it's better than ever right now. What's happening here, Gabe? Describe
Cavendish,
these things.
the beautiful boy, is surrounded by his what are those wigs from? Like the Edwardian or something?
Victorian era?
I think it's
right?
I don't know. It's not. It's probably not Victorian. It's Edwardian, sort of like, I don't know, Georgian, big fat wigs for French fags, and it's funny. And I like the woman next to him. She looks cool.
Yeah, she looks hot, and she's got cool hair. I mean, you can have like a hot woman and put any kind of hair, and she'll look good, and that's what she is. I wonder if that's Cavendish's like GF or BF or what their relationship. I don't know. I want to know, but she looks cool. Probably secretary. But I love all these guys, and it's so like the little description here is that Cavendish was kicked out of his country for being just too damn popular. I mean, if there was a prince of a kingdom who was so popular that all the women dissolved all relationships because they wanted to get with this dude, that would be a problem for public health and public safety. So that's understandable.
Yeah. So he just becomes a pirate, and it's cool.
Oda is willing. What's great about Oda is that he's willing to like go really hard and make things like super goofy, and he's like opening stories like this, like the Wapol thing, where Wapol like came up with all these crazy toys and became like a new king of like a dark underground kingdom that was exactly like the Drum Empire. That was great. But then like the way he reincorporated Wapol metal as like a real thing that's actually important to the story of One Piece that even Whitebeard can break. That's what makes Oda special, you know?
Yeah, that I really would like this whole like Edwardian sort of like kingdom pirate crew to come up again, so that we can have some more of that sort of style and stuff.
Oda will not disappoint. Oda, if there's one thing I know, Oda's the only man in the world who like we will see all these characters again, like brief, probably like as like a cameo when like Cavendish is around with like his crew at some point in the future. But we will see this girl again. I can tell. Quote me on that.
Cool.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes. So that's the thing. But here's the rest of the like the main thing. We go straight back into the action. Lin. All right, now, firstly, I want to say she smashes the sword with the thing, and I was thinking about what I said last time about it feeling a bit like how could she as a little girl be that strong? But I think it was just the fact that I hadn't seen her do any actual fighting. I hadn't seen her do anything.
Right.
Like when she punched the bear, that was off screen, and it was just the bear is dead, and it was like, you know, it wasn't enough to go on. Now that I see her just punching a sword, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now. One Piece has characters that are just like this, so it's okay.
That's right. Yeah, you're totally right. We sort of got this sense, like everyone was talking about how strong Big Mom was. We had never once seen her do anything actually impressive. So it's very understandable to me that people were like, yeah, this is silly. But now I had a feeling we'd get a payoff like this, and she slams this guy, Mr. Fallbeard, so hardcore that he fucking dies.
He doesn't die right away, but he's an old man, and he's got a skull wound, so he's probably dead. You know, he dies slowly.
Sucks.
It's bad.
He had the best beard in the series. He was cool. But this whole thing is great. It's got Lin looking like a mad demon. You know, she just slams this dude because he's coming at her. She's technically just defending herself in this one moment, but, you know, she burned down the village. Oh, man, this is fucking brutal.
Yeah, this is
fucking brutal.
It's fucking terrifying. It's the little crazy girl wants sweet candy.
But can I say there's the one funny thing happens here. So, like, after she slams that dude, you notice how on page 7, like, on the top right panel, like, people are somehow suddenly able to hold down Big Mom. Like, what, or not Big, you know, Lin here.
Little Mom.
What changed that Lil Mom. What changed that let them, like, actually be able to, like, pull her back for a little while? I don't understand why they don't just get murdered by her ridiculous power.
I think what it was, I don't know whether she killed all the other giants. She probably just, did the same thing with Lord Fullbeard and just threw them.
Yeah.
Like, they tried to restrain her and she threw them. When she, broke the sword, it was because she was being attacked. I guess it was, more of a reflex to do that. So maybe she didn't attack the ones that were holding her down because, I don't know. Maybe she could smell the semler being made or brought close, and she was like, "Oh, where is it? I smell it now." Like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a small point. Like they're holding her back temporarily. Not that big a point. What's far more interesting is what Mother Caramel does next.
Yeah. What the fuck? This is very interesting, and I don't understand any of the words in these word bubbles that she says.
They are strange, aren't they?
they're very not One Piecey. Like the One Piece moves are if they're Japanese, they have the very simplistic names that are like onigiri. Like that's just pretty funny. Yep. This is just like a weird gobbledygook that I don't even think is Japanese at all.
Well, I wish I understood Japanese more, and I could read these back in Japanese and kind of see what they were getting at. But I get the feeling, just based on the character and the way that things are phrased, that these are maybe she's kind of talking in biblical terms or old English.
Yeah, she is a nun, kind of.
She's a nun. Yeah, she's got a religious thing going on.
But
it
looks like she has what we think of maybe Big Mom's power. She maybe
clearly has the soul fruit. There's the soul fruit. There's no doubt in my mind, and the implications of what this might mean are fascinating. But let's keep going and see where that goes.
Well, yeah, she is. She brings all the fire. Or the village is on fire, and she brings all the fire together into a little ball that becomes a little sun.
Dude, I just want to focus on how awesome this scene is.
Yeah.
And not only is it great in the context of this scene, it also has implications for what Big Mom has done in the future. So the whole village is burning down. So what Mother Caramel does is she activates her soul power thing, says her little prayer or whatever, and she gives life to the blaze that is consuming this village, which kind of makes it a sort of corporeal entity, is able to separate it from the village so there's no longer a fire, and then she compresses it down into this small little sun entity that is no longer of danger, and we can only assume has the power of an inferno compressed into this little sun thing. That is the coolest thing ever. This is fucking fascinating, and based on what we're seeing here, we can infer that this is what Big Mom has done in the future with Prometheus and Zeus, something similar to that.
Yeah, because this isn't Prometheus. This is Pandora. So this is a different guy. Who I assume dies when Mother Caramel dies or whatever, but I'm wondering, if Big Mom's power is taking the souls of people and putting them into things, how is this sun being made? Because the flame doesn't have soul. Does she have souls stored up? Is it Dark Souls? Is she spending all that?
I would say that that's actually pretty likely that she's able to acquire some sort of soul currency. But even if she wasn't, it's possible that she sort of you can see on page 7 her kind of emitting some substance from her hands on the top left. So that could just be actually a bit of her own soul, or it could be that she had acquired that from somewhere else from some other being, and now she's sticking that into this thing. In one way or the other, we know that the soul energy or goop that Big Mom we saw pull off people is a sort of, I mean, I keep wanting to use the word currency, but a substance that is a tangible thing
currency
that
is probably a good way to put it.
Yeah,
it's like Moria's shadows. You just collects them.
Yeah. Only less, it's not one shadow per dude. There's you got X amount of soul power, so it's a little more, her power really is just a better version of Moria's for the most part.
Yeah.
And she says I don't know, the implications of this are really interesting. She just created life. She just created life in this little sun thing, and she's and there everyone's it's a miracle. She stopped the inferno and created this little fire being, and she's no. It's not a miracle. The sun god has saved us this day. Is she referring to her little sun guy? We know that she's a nun,
I think what she's doing, because at first it seemed a bit over the top to do all this flashy stuff to save the village when you could have just said, all right, now everybody go, in every other scene where there's a fire, we said, everybody go get water and throw water on the fire and we'll put it out. But no, she takes she takes the time to turn it into a little thing, and this whole festival is like the sun festival, or like it's got something to do with the sun, because like
they're
being
showing
judged.
gratitude to the sun, right. Mm-hmm.
So she probably has done this to make like the whole situation with Lin Lin go over more favorably. Like if the giants still respect Caramel for like being in tune with their sun god, or and saving, like they're gonna believe her when she tells them not to kill her, because as we find out later, she needs Lin Lin for a thing.
That's interesting. I happen to think that this is just sort of the natural consequence of like this is what she could do in this situation with her power. But your thought is interesting too.
It feels like this, like based on what we learn later, I feel like that would have been something on her mind, because it seems a bit like it doesn't seem like she's shown her power to anyone here before in any capacity. So maybe nobody knows that she has a devil fruit power.
This power is like so good. This is like crazy good. How powerful this thing is. But you know what? Okay, we get the gist. Let's move on.
Yeah. So she made the sun god. There's a lot more to cover
in this fucking chapter. Blah.
So then we get Lord Mountbeard comes up with his big old beard. You can't see his feet.
Lord Mountbeard is so sad that Lord Fallbeard is hurt. He's crying because his buddy for 300 years is dying. He's gonna die now because he's an old ass bitch. That really gets me. Fucking Mountbeard and Fallbeard were like choice bros. They were like Mario and Luigi. This is devastating. They were like Fred and George.
It's not only that, but he knows that his friend doesn't want to die fighting a little baby. It's like it was no warrior's death at all. It's like you
pisses me off.
I hope
a good boy.
Yeah, I hope Mountbeard's like still alive in the canon story. That would be cool.
I mean, okay. The thing in One Piece, no one ever dies, ever. And so I'm hoping that he was saying like, oh, he's unsavable. Except I'm pretty sure like they state just outright that he died. And
yes, that's
news spread around the world, so that didn't work out.
Well, it didn't spread around the world. It spread exclusively to the other giant villages.
We are going to see Portgas D. Sol as a child. It's going to happen in this flashback at some point. Maybe. I hope so. It might actually be over already. We'll see. I think there's more to this, definitely, because there's a mystery still. Like, what happened? But I'll get into that later. So for now, okay, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Caramel's like, no, don't kill Lin Lin. She was a good boy. She just ate food. She didn't. You can't leave her to die. She's an orphan and all that.
Well, you can't literally stab her. You cannot. Please don't murder this girl. Yeah. So
please don't murder this girl. I will take the girl away. Don't you worry about it. And he lets her go. On the just get the fuck out of here. Just leave my village and never come back. And then
Mountbeard is a good man. He's a good man. He's like, just fuck you guys. Even while he's being taunted by the other giants, like, hey, you have to kill that dumb slut. She's gay. He's like, no, I believe in gay marriage. I will let her live. Yeah, that's what he said.
I love his character design, by the way, because when he's walking away,
so great.
He's so spherical. Like the fact that he's like like his beard and his cloak make him like literally like as wide as he is tall, and he's very tall.
He's the coolest guy in the world. Oh, I can't believe this is equally devastating to when fucking one of the twins in Harry Potter died. Oh, it makes me sad. Spoilers for Harry Potter.
Yes.
Fuck you if you haven't read Harry Potter.
Which one is it?
You don't
Fred
know,
or George? You have no idea.
Even I don't know.
So
they do it. They gotta leave, and this is when the word of Lin Lin's existence has spread, because if you didn't know, that Lord Yorl was a big deal.
The hero of the giants Yorl had died. The existence of the demon Lin Lin and Caramel's miracle. Those are the events of that day that spread around the giants. So Caramel's miracle would imply that if people don't know who the hell Caramel is, only the giants know, because only the giants have heard of this whole situation that happened.
Well, I would bet that like people heard about her when like she did the big thing where she like saved the giants when she was like many years ago or whatever. But I'm wondering if like the whole deal is she wants to keep her devil fruit power secret of the soul fruit.
It could be that.
Seems like it. It does seem that way.
But I have another theory. about Caramel, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to all the theories because there's a lot of theorizing potential here.
Yes, there is.
So she leaves with all the orphan kids, and they set up a new place and some of the giants help her build a new house, and it's like, cool.
It's very nice of the giants to help out with that.
Yeah, so Caramel's very much in with the giants still, and a few days later, everyone's happy. Everyone's just running around, and Linlin's gonna kill all the other children, which I thought was funny. They're just playing like murder.
I really like the very grim terms they use when anyone's dealing with Linlin. Like, she's going to murder us, and they're like, oh, those children. I like that a lot.
It's true though. She is. Just keep running.
She will kill you though. Do not touch that woman.
So anyway, I need a drink. Hang on.
Okay, go for it. Well, I was just gonna say this new lamb house with news spread, and so the reputation grew as a result of all that shit going down out there. And people are like, yep, if you got kids that need to go somewhere, send them on over to Mother Caramel's place, because she eventually finds some foster parents, and they leave. I don't know
whether her reputation grew since then. I think it had just been like that. Like, people knew that, because she's been doing this for 37 years.
Around. Yeah, but this is her first miracle. I mean, the way that it's framed in this chapter, it looks like the miracle was big news across the world, like she did something amazing.
Well, the way it's written to me is like the Lamb's house was known thus. Like, they're just restating, like, this is what the Lamb's house is, by the way.
Well, here they are. I said it earlier.
Whatever.
Who gives a fuck? The point is that some number of people bring children here for Mother Caramel to take care of because they don't want them or whatever.
Yeah, and this is the big twisty twist where it turns out Mother Caramel is insincere in her love of children, and she does it for money. She does
more than insincere. She is literally among the worst people in the world. She is a child slaver. Okay, so everybody stop the presses. Mother Caramel is not good at all. She is 100% evil. She raises these children. She doesn't give a fuck about them. She just wants them to sell them as fucking flesh bags to the Marines to be like warriors, or I mean, she probably sells to everybody. Like, you want a sex slave?
Bidder.
Come see Mother Caramel. She'll give you a child to fuck. That's the kind of person Mother Caramel is.
Yeah, I didn't think of the sex stuff. That's probably true, though.
Of course. Yep.
You never see them again. Also, I just want to point out quickly
trafficking.
That
okay, go on.
I love that while this is like, oh my god, she's horrible. The little son there is just like really cute face, just lighting a cigarette. Like,
that is a great little touch. And one thing I love in particular about it is like all the reverence that she was showing when she created, like, oh, it's this big magical miracle. But here it's just like her bitch lighting her cigarette as she does deals for pounds of human flesh. Like, it really is a great contrast to show what a fucked up, twisted piece of shit she is. You were so hot, Caramel. How could a woman that hot be this evil? It's not. But you know what? This raises the question: why the fuck did she save those giants? Why did she give a fuck?
She sort of says that down here in all these talk bubbles. She, what was it? 37 years ago,
right.
I pulled a fast one on the Marines and slipped into Elbath. Indeed, the first giant Marine soldier, John Giant, exists because of my connections. So I feel like she did that because the Marines may have been onto her and she wanted to escape, but also she wanted a way to sort of leverage, her getting, connections with the Marines, so that she wouldn't get in trouble so much for being a child slaver if she was providing, giants, which is something the Marines couldn't have before, so...
Hang on for a second. So what you're telling me is, this person, who was like a human trafficker or whatever, heard that there were a bunch of giants going to be executed, and what she thought to herself was, hey, if I show up there, do a really big speech about how it's not okay to kill people and how I'll take care of them, then I can spend the rest of my life working on giant connections to sell them as slaves to the Marines and other people, then they'll drop the charges. Was this the thought process? That seems really convoluted.
That could have been part of it, but I also think a possibility is that she was working with the Marines from the beginning, and they were using...
But it was their show. It was their show to execute the giants, though. What's the deal?
But that was it could have been staged, and she was like, I'm going to save the giants, and then the giants have an ally, which is like an in to the giant thing, and then she could convince some of them to join the Marines or something like that. Because, these guys, these CP0 or whatever these guys are, they're looking for...
CP9, but some kind, yeah.
Yeah, Cipher Pole number 3. I don't know, something we haven't seen yet. But they're very old.
It could be 0. But
They're old because they were Lin Lin's a baby at this point, so they're probably not around.
Well, we don't know that these are. I mean, we've seen like CP9 guy, like Spandam's dad was a CP9 like leader for a while, and like there were. These aren't necessarily specifically the people that we've seen before. These could be just other agents of the.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean is we might not see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
They have cool masks though.
They, you know what pisses me off a little. This is just like a small thing, but like the thing that was cool about CP9 when we first met them, and you know what, this is actually kind of shitty, Oda. When we first met CP9, it was in the context of they were in Water 7, which is based on Venice, and like the first one we ever see is like I think it was Blucci or Rob Lucci or Bluno like walks by Nico Robin and just says like CP9, and like that whole city is full of like weirdo noble people who wear masks all the time, but like because like we were introduced to the concept of Cipher Pole in Water 7 where that was like a thing, like do you see what's happening here? Like Oda has like extrapolated like, oh, I guess that means CP9 wears masks all the time, but that really is not the case. He just like that's Water 7 culture that wears masks all the time.
Well, I didn't.
See what I mean?
I don't remember Water 7 culture wearing a lot of masks.
Dude, it was a total thing. It was a big thing, and that's why Cipher Pole guys wore them, because they were blending into the environment around them.
Well,
so
I guess I guess I forget the scene where there's a bunch of guys wearing masks, but okay, that's probably true. But I think it's also
kind of shitty writing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like when I saw CP0. When I saw CP0 and they all had weird masks, I was like, well, I mean, it makes sense that they would be so mysterious that you never see their faces.
But but Oda is clearly like trying to do a visual like association to like what CP9 looked like. Like our only experience with the Cipher Pole guys was in Water 7. I just think I like all you could do is either make them look nothing like that at all. Like he's kind of boxed himself in. He wants to make a visual comparison, like a parallel between like Cipher Pole agents, and we've known that like the thing about Cipher Pole guys is that they wore masks during Water 7, but then like what he actually should have done is that when they were all in Eni's lobby, all the Cipher Pole guys, that's when they were in their like actual like casual clothes, what they normally dress like, which were just suits. They should have just been wearing suits like the Cipher Pole guys, like CP9 was during Eni's lobby. That makes more sense to me, but that's a very small point. It's not.
I don't really care because I like this guy's mask. He's got a cool mask.
Well, if I had a cool mask and I beat you up, you'd be like, "Hey, cool mask, punch me again, please." That's you. That's who you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Then what happened?
All right. So she's like saying to this guy, this Lin. She's so powerful. She's 5 years old. She nearly destroyed Elbaf. You gotta give me a bunch of money, bunch of boon dollars for this shit.
Right.
And he's like, but I don't know, taxes and welfare and politics and shit. No.
Exactly.
You want it. You know you want it. And he's like, fine, I'll get the money. And she's saying, this is gonna be my last deal. Because she's like old and she's like tired of it, so she wants this to be her last big thing. And I think this is the reason why nobody has heard of her and why she disappears at the end of Linlin's birthday, is because I don't know how this like works out, but I feel like she gets the money and she goes into hiding, and the world government helps her stay in hiding because that was part of the deal. She doesn't want to get followed by anyone.
Let's get to that scene. I'm looking forward to talking about that. But for right now, Mother Caramel, they're having a birthday. It's a final birthday celebrate. Wait, is that what this is happening today? Okay, no, they're just having a party. Life continues on, and Mother Caramel, that piece of shit, is just a smiling Jane, just like pretending everything's great, like she actually cares about these people. She's been fooling everyone all along to think that she cares about them. And then we hit Linlin's 6th birthday, and they make her. And if you recall, this croquembouche, they make her big croquembouche.
One of the things
semailles.
she ate she went crazy for, I think, the first time.
The Jinbei shoved into her mouth way many years later. That was like the thing when we first met Big Mom. And it's a parallel being made here, which is interesting. And so they're all gathered around, and they're having a party celebration time, and everything is so great. Big Mom is just reflecting on how blessed her life is right now. She's surrounded by friends. She's got this birthday croquembouche. It's the most fun day of her entire life. She's got Mother Caramel, who she loves with all her heart. All her friends are there. Everything is perfect. And then she gets a little, she starts eating away, and then all of a sudden, it's she just looks up after finishing her food and she sees everyone's gone. Everyone is gone, and she has no idea where they've gone. What do you think, Gib? Where do you think they went?
Well, it's hard to say, because I know why Mother Caramel would have gone, potentially. Either I was thinking, like, maybe the world government didn't want to pay her, and they instead decided to kill her, but then why didn't they capture Lin Lin? Isn't that the point? Or she ran away because the world government is about to come in and try and capture her, and that's the deal.
Oh, Gib.
Or something like this. Or maybe she fucking ate them all. I don't know.
Gib! She gets carried away in an eating frenzy. She has lost track. She is the happiest of her life. She is consuming things at a lightning speed. As she finally finishes her meal, she looks up and her friends are gone. Not to mention, Mother Caramel has the Soul Fruit. Big Mom now has the Soul Fruit.
Wait.
She ate them. She ate everyone. She ate all her friends. She ate I told you she was gonna eat her, and it fucking happened. This is the most dark shit that has ever happened in One Piece. This is fucking insane. This is an actual monster. This person is a danger to the fucking world. This is madness! She actually did it! The fucking madman! I can't believe it! She ate them! All these characters! I was saying, like, hey, some of these guys have, like, distinct designs. They look like they'll be developed characters. Well, now they won't, because Big Mom fucking ate them!
Whoa.
She fucking ate them.
I couldn't even, like I said, like, maybe she ate them as a joke.
I know, right?
Because, like, that would never happen. They would never do,
dude,
like,
all the
something's
signs are there.
quite... That's very scary, and
ate
that's
them all.
the most terrifying sort of...
My favorite thing about it, my favorite thing about this whole thing is how Big Mom just has, like, these heart eyes. Like, she is having so much fun. Imagine being one of these spectators while Big Mom she's just eating, and she just grabs, like, one of her friends, and she just picks it up and just eats it, and she's still, like, enraptured with pleasure.
God,
and then, like, your friends, like, the situation starts to turn. Everyone's like, what the fuck? And then she grabs another one, and she eats her, and then another one, and another one. She eats all of them. They all died. She killed them all. She ate Caramel. She got her devil fruit power right then. And you know how I know? It's because we already have seen this shit happen, because remember how fucking Blackbeard inexplicably got Whitebeard's power? It's because he fucking ate a piece of Whitebeard. That's what happened. I'm telling you right now. That's what happens. You can eat people and get their devil fruit power. That's what we're learning.
God.
This is fucked up. This is insane. Holy shit. I can't believe it. This is like
all right.
so dark.
It's so dark. It's also one of the most terrifying, like, things I can think of, like being eaten by a person, especially when they're not, like, doing it deliberately. Like any story of like any story of like a giant eating a person is like actually like terrifying. Like it's something it's you can't control it. They're so much bigger and powerfuler than you. And if you look at how big she is compared to them, like she's obviously grown like orders of magnitude bigger since a year ago when she was 5, and she's got it's very possible she could have eaten all these small people next to her, sitting next to all these.
Ate them.
She ate them, and now she's. It's like
at the
fucking.
Very least, she ate Mother Caramel.
At the very least, I think she did all of them. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Like, I mean, maybe some of them escaped.
All right,
we just don't see them. But
what I was thinking of, well, hopefully the ones with the little prince guy. I hope he escaped and he knows the story, because I don't know how this could ever become relevant if nobody was there to witness what happened and know what happened.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe there were some survivors who.
I really hope there was. Like, maybe she was eating a few of them. She ate Mother Caramel, and then the rest of them ran and they escaped.
We might find out next chapter. Yeah.
Because, goddamn.
Like, it's the way that, like, afterwards, she's just, like, smiling, like, haha, I was so focused on eating, I accidentally bit the table a few times. Thanks. And, like, she's like, oh, that was so fun, everyone. Like, she doesn't realize what she's done. This is fucked up. This is literally disturbing. This is actually disturbing.
It's very disturbing. It's like when you learn, like, the backstory of Aldrich from Dark Souls 3. You learn that he was just a regular guy, and then you just started eating humans, and he became so bloated and fat that he softened into a sludge. And I'm like, how? What? No. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I feel so. I feel like I'm turning into a skeleton. My skin is melting away. This is not good. This is not good for me. to even think about.
This is fucked up. This is really fucked up. I don't know. Like, you hear stories about, like, giants who, like, crush their bones and make their bread and all that kind of shit. Yeah, Jesus Christ, this is fucking disturbing.
Like when you think of a One Piece characters, there hasn't really been one that is just entirely
like
a
monster,
fucking monster,
like
devil,
monster.
evil, the worst ever.
Big Mom is like a literal monster. She eats people when she gets hungry, and there's nothing glamorous or cute about it. They're just dead. This is not good. And, like, there's a kind of, dramatic irony here, of course, that, like, Mother Caramel was planning on selling Big Mom or Little Mom into slavery, and, it just so happened that, like, she put too much faith in her product, and her product ended up eating her. So, like, that's kind of a sort of weird, ironic twist.
I wanna say that what I was thinking is probably what most people who are reading the comic would be thinking, because nobody's gonna assume, oh, she just ate them. Like, that's not really implied. It's sort of implied that, oh, what happened? Well, like, I could imagine a lot of people wouldn't put that together, because that's just so horrific, and also nobody knows the actual answer.
And it's possible that,
and it's sort of like a misdirect that Mother Caramel was evil, and that's the twist. But no, the other twist.
It's brilliant. This is a brilliant chapter. The fact they did that shit to come back with this, holy fuck.
People are going to be thinking, oh, well, did Mother Caramel escape and or run away, or like all these sort of things that I wonder how they're going to reveal this. Like, they're going to do that thing where their eyes go small and they're like, oh, what the fuck?
Or maybe we'll never find out, or I hope they do. But, like, Big Mom clearly doesn't know. If she knew that, well, she might know that she ate her, but the fact that she still has that Mother Caramel picture, like, shows that she still loves her or cares about her.
She doesn't know, because when she's screaming in the last page, she's like, "Where'd you go?" She still doesn't know what happened.
Big Mom is a fucking monster. She is. I mean, you could even say that she's not evil. She's just that she's like a malignant force in the universe that.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that she is a human being and that can talk. Because if she was a wild beast, it wouldn't even. Yeah, it wouldn't even be that like weird. It'd be like, oh god, there's a bear and he's eating people. Well, that's what bears do. This is a person that you can talk to and have a civil conversation with, and then she could just also eat you.
Oh god, and like the feelings on that last page where like Lin is like, hey, where'd everyone go? She goes in the house and starts looking around. It's like, I'm alone. And she starts crying because everyone's gone and she just doesn't know. God, that's so fucked up. Holy shit.
She really is a big baby girl.
she really is.
Even right now, just the crying about her mommy going. She's an eternal, monstrous big baby girl.
So this flashback was what, 2 chapters or was it 3?
Just 2.
No, I think it was Hey Mother was the first one, and that was I think a total of 3 chapters. Okay, you know what, like 2 and you know what? I'm dead wrong. You were right. It was 2 chapters. Just like at the very end of one, we see like the picture. This is like one of the best flashbacks ever because it was so short and concise and brilliant.
It was short and concise
and like the journey we went on, like with the character of Mother Caramel, like being like, oh, she's so hot. Ooh, she's an old ass bitch. Oh, but she's really cool still. Yay.
And then she's evil, and then she's dead. Like, whoa.
Holy shit.
I really hope some of those notable character design characters are now old people who can come in and weigh on and like tell somebody that this happened, or like come in and say, I saw it, Lin, but I'm too scared of you because you're gonna eat me, so I'm never gonna go near you.
I mean, she's Big Mom, but like Oda is a little bit too trapped in the genre in the Shonen Jump mindset to like put the effort into design fancy characters solely for the purpose of them being like sacrificial lambs to something like this. I think it is very likely that we will see those characters again because they stood out so much. So my money's on those 2 survived, and like maybe a couple of the others possibly.
Yeah. But now I'm thinking. I'm just thinking based on this, this thing, what likely would be happening with Big Mom? Because I was thinking at first, if Mother Caramel, she was evil and she did those things, and the world government knows that she did those things, but they put her into hiding, and then she died of old age. Would that information ever reach Big Mom? And if so, it would obviously have to reach her after this whole wedding thing. it couldn't reach her like right now, and a little like seagulls like dropped a
That'd be
newspaper
ridiculous,
like,
even
oh,
if
by
it
the
did.
way,
Yeah.
your mother Caramel's a bitch. Like that couldn't happen now. So would that mean like Big Mom will live here or not? Now I'm not sure. If she ate everyone and everyone's dead, except for a few characters, it might be the time for her to die. Like this might actually be her death, but I'm still not sure. But this
I don't
is.
think so. I think you've got things to learn about her. I don't really understand who she is now. Is she still a mindless killing machine? She seems like she has some intellect. I want to know more. I want a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess what it might be is like it comes up again, and then we learn like in the new flashback from this point, the Marines know the location because Big Mother Caramel told her, and then they try to capture her, and she eats them, and then that's like confirmation of what happened.
That would be.
And then from there she becomes a pirate. I'm not sure how. I guess some people
she's an
some
outlaw,
people,
right?
Yeah, but like how could she have formed a crew? I guess.
I mean, what is a pirate? A pirate is someone who like goes against the law, like doesn't give a fuck about it, and then just does their own thing and probably gets some followers.
Yeah,
so
but
she's so strong, I could see that happening pretty quickly.
Well, it's just the whole like she now lives alone, and she's gonna be sad, and she's gonna be going crazy trying to eat things because she doesn't really know how to fend for it. She's still 6 years old.
I think we'll see a flash forward, like a montage sort of thing
of how she became like a pirate. Cause I by the way, I did like how like her with all her friends round a table is exactly the same as her dream as a pirate queen, to have all the different races, all the people round her table, a big old family, because she wants to relive that moment before her horrible tragedy of everyone being gone.
And that's killing everyone. I'm
so
still
fucking
looking forward. You know, we still have things to learn about her backstory because we still haven't like explained why she's so into diversity specifically. Like we understand, like giants. She likes giants, but like she hates giants now. That's like a big thing with her. So I want to learn a little bit more about why she's so like into multiculturalism just in general. Like that's another noteworthy thing about the character that I think is worth exploring a little bit. So once we see that, I
think that was already implied by the fact that the orphans could have come from anywhere. Like there was a merman orphan at one point and a long arm tribe orphan.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, that's true to some extent. Yeah, that actually might be it. Okay.
Could be as simple as that.
I think I'd like it to be mentioned, just clarify it a little bit. I don't know, maybe that's just me being a basic bitch, but hey, nonetheless, This was just a fantastic chapter. Learning so much about this character. Things going. I mean, I literally did predict this, but I was fucking shocked that it actually happened. And she ate her and all her friends in like it's the happiness of the scene where this like incredibly dark, disturbing, fucked up thing happens.
I'm gonna go back for a second and read.
It happened, dude. She ate them all. That's what happened.
No, it's just specifically like the she was surrounded by everyone's smiles. She ate a beloved, sweet beloved birthday cake. Lin couldn't help but cry. What a wonderful day she was. What a wonderful fucking birthday. Like they're really hammering home that this was fucking great, and she
loved
it.
eating them so much. She was so all about it. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. It's
and
fucked up. And
it's
if you
like,
look
her
the
friends,
wreckage around, they're
God.
done. She fucking ate them all. That's so fucked up.
She ate like the logs,
the little children
that they were sitting on.
Yep.
Curious that she. Oh wait, now it's obvious that I consider that there are parts of clothing. Like, why would they tear their clothing off and then run?
Yep.
She just
ate them.
ripped through them. Oh God, how are they gonna animate that, dude?
Oda, was
Are they
gonna
add
like he skipped ahead?
Are they gonna add like crunchy
they,
sound effects like?
Imagine a scene where they do
skull?
like they'll do like a metaphorical interpretation where like it'll show her like eating a croquet bush, and it's how like because in the future she can bring food to life. It'll show her like eating live food, and it'll be like, haha, no, don't eat me, haha, no, please don't. And then she eats it. It's like, ha, you're so funny. I'm gonna eat you again. I'm gonna eat your brother over here. Picks up, haha, no, please don't eat me, haha, haha. And she eats that one too. Oh my God, it's gonna be fucked up. I want to watch that episode. That's gonna be a nightmare inducer for sure.
Oh my God, I just thought of another parallel, dude. The gingerbread house witch fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel. She lives in a gingerbread house and she eats children.
You know what's interesting? Because the underworld name for Mother Caramel is Mountain Witch. So except in this case, the witch is like the witch was eaten by like the child who came to visit her house.
Oh shit.
This is, man, oh, I'm so glad you pointed that out. This is like the opposite of like it's like a reversal of the Hansel and Gretel thing. Holy shit, that's fucking genius. That's what Oda does, man. He takes fairy tales, he reimagines them in fantastic, brilliant, mind-blowing new ways. This is fucking great. This is so good. This is so good. This is a 10 out of 10 chapter. Easily. Easy
Yes.
10 out of 10. God
Very
damn.
very memorable. I think we will come back to this one just to talk about what happened.
This is fucking nuts.
It's a good.
Yeah, you know, we were like wondering like what could possibly make like fucking the end of the Big Mom story interesting. Well, this is it. This is what it takes to make Big Mom like a fucking terrifying character. Now we have reason to fucking fear Big Mom. She will fucking eat you and laugh about it. And she'll eat her friends and laugh about it. Holy, this is good. This is really good. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's pretty good.
It's just as well, I think, that like a lot of her followers have gained powers that create candy and biscuits and stuff out of thin air, so that she will never eat them. They will just give her the food
Very
instead.
True. They're lucky. They're lucky to have that shit. All right, dude. Let's end it here. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
This is a trip. This is a goddamn trip. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening to the podcast. We're gonna see you next week. Is there a chapter next week? I think there is. It doesn't say there isn't, so let's assume there is. Yeah, really. God, what's gonna happen next week? Holy shit. I
don't think there's another flashback. I think it's gonna be the shooting of the bazooka, and maybe something will get in the way.
I can tell already. Like I said from the beginning, that the plans in One Piece never go as they're like in Shonen in general. Plans never go the way they're supposed to, because if they did, it'd be boring and no one would like it. So it's not gonna work. Something's gonna happen. It's not gonna fucking work. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week, and happy birthday, Tanjobi Omedetou!